The Pacific Ocean, vast and unforgiving, became the stage for a breathtaking display of naval power in the summer of 2025. Its endless blue expanse, stretching from horizon to horizon, was transformed into a living canvas of strategy, technology, and international cooperation. The world watched as the waves bore witness to a gathering unlike any in recent memory. Three massive aircraft carriers, bristling with advanced fighter jets, sliced through the waves in perfect formation. Their decks were alive with activity as crews prepared for the day's operations, every movement choreographed with military precision. The carriers themselves, floating fortresses of steel, symbolized the might and reach of their respective nations. F-35B Lightning IIs and F/A-18 Super Hornets roared into the sky, their silhouettes cutting against the dawn. The thunder of their engines echoed across the water, a reminder of the technological edge and relentless training that defined these forces. Each takeoff was a testament to the skill of the pilots and the dedication of the crews below. This was no Hollywood fiction, it was a real-world show of unity and resolve in a contested region. Cameras captured the intensity and focus on every face, the sense of purpose that brought together sailors from across the globe. The stakes were high, and every maneuver carried weight. Surrounding the carriers, an armada of destroyers, frigates, and support ships from 6 nations formed a formidable shield. Each vessel played a critical role, from anti-submarine patrols to air defense, weaving a protective net around the heart of the fleet. The coordination required was immense, demanding trust and seamless communication. These navies had converged with a single purpose: to train as one and prove their alliance was more than words. On every deck, sailors from different backgrounds worked side by side, sharing knowledge, tactics, and camaraderie. Their cooperation was a living example of what could be achieved when nations set aside differences for a common goal. The scale was staggering, dozens of warships and over 100 aircraft moving in precise coordination. The choreography of ships and planes, each following a meticulously planned script, was both beautiful and intimidating. It was a demonstration of logistical mastery and shared intent. The sight of British, American, and Japanese carriers operating in seamless harmony sent a powerful message of shared values and commitment to stability. Their national flags fluttered side by side, a visual pledge to uphold peace and security in the Pacific. The world took notice, understanding that this unity was not just symbolic, but operational and real. This was more than a drill, it was a statement of readiness and deterrence. Every launch, every maneuver, was a signal to friend and foe alike that these forces stood prepared for any challenge. The exercise underscored the seriousness with which these nations approached their responsibilities. As jets soared and ships cut through the blue, they practiced for war, but more importantly, they worked to prevent it. The drills were not just about tactics, but about building trust, understanding, and the ability to respond together in crisis. Their presence was a stabilizing force in uncertain times. Their unity was a warning. Any threat to peace would be met by a coalition, not a single nation. The message was clear. In the Pacific, the guardians of stability stand together, ready to defend the values they share and the future they hope to build. At the heart of this gathering were 4 carriers: the UK's HMS Prince of Wales, the US's USS George Washington and USS America, and Japan's JS Kaga. These ships formed the task force's core, their combined air power unmatched. Supporting them, destroyers and frigates from the UK, US, Japan, Spain, Norway, and Australia brought unique strengths: anti-air, anti-submarine, and missile defense. The Spanish Alvaro de Bazan class and Norwegian frigates highlighted NATO's reach, while Australia's Hobart-class destroyers reinforced Indo-Pacific ties. This was a true partnership, not just an American-led show. Each nation's presence underscored a shared commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The alliance was a seamless web of maritime power ready to meet any challenge. Together, these navies formed a coalition of equals, united by vision and resolve. The exercises tested every aspect of modern naval warfare. Anti-submarine warfare was a highlight. Helicopters and patrol aircraft hunted simulated subs, demanding real-time coordination. Joint flight operations saw F-35Bs from the UK and Japan landing on US decks, proving true interoperability. US Super Hornets and allied F-35s flew combined missions, blending stealth and firepower. Secure networks like Link 16 and Link 22 fused data from all ships, creating a unified operational picture. Live fire drills and at-sea replenishments built trust and muscle memory. Sailors learned each other's procedures, forging bonds essential in crisis. Every successful drill turned the alliance into a more cohesive, capable force. The hardware on display was the pinnacle of military technology, showcasing the cutting-edge advancements that define modern naval warfare. These systems are the result of decades of innovation and strategic development, designed to maintain superiority on the high seas. The USS George Washington, a nuclear-powered supercarrier, launched heavy aircraft with steam catapults, demonstrating the sheer power and precision of its operations. Meanwhile, HMS Prince of Wales and JS Kaga utilized ski jumps for their F-35Bs, showcasing versatility and adaptability in launching state-of-the-art fighter jets. The F-35B, equipped with stealth capabilities and advanced sensors, provided pilots with unmatched situational awareness. Its ability to share data instantly across platforms ensured that every pilot had the information needed to make split-second decisions in complex environments. The FA-18 Super Hornet, though less stealthy than its counterparts, brought ruggedness and the ability to carry heavy payloads. Its reliability and firepower made it an indispensable part of the carrier's air wing. Together, these jets combined stealthy reconnaissance with overwhelming firepower, creating a formidable aerial force capable of executing a wide range of missions, from surveillance to direct engagement. Surrounding the carriers, destroyers and frigates from 6 nations formed a layered shield, meticulously tracking threats above, on and below the sea. This multinational collaboration ensured a robust defense against any potential adversary. The Aegis combat system and British Samson radar provided world-class air and missile defense, capable of detecting and neutralizing threats with precision and speed, ensuring the safety of the fleet. The real strength was in how these platforms were networked: steel, silicon and skill fused into a single fighting machine. This integration allowed for seamless communication and coordination across the fleet. This integration made the force far greater than the sum of its parts, enabling a level of operational efficiency and effectiveness that is unmatched in naval history. These exercises perfected the art of modern naval warfare, ensuring that every component of the fleet worked in harmony to achieve strategic objectives and maintain global maritime security. Interoperability was the exercise's central theme, the ability of allied forces to operate as one, seamlessly blending their strengths and capabilities. In today's complex security environment, no single nation can face every challenge alone. The true power lies in unity, in the ability to combine resources and expertise across borders. British F-35Bs landing on Japanese decks wasn't just symbolic. It meant any jet could fight from any carrier, creating flexibility and redundancy. This level of integration allows for rapid response to emerging threats and ensures that if one carrier is out of action, another can immediately take its place, keeping the mission alive. Technical integration was key. Standardized fuel, munitions, communications, and data links allowed seamless cooperation. Ships could refuel and rearm each other, and information flowed instantly between vessels, breaking down barriers that once separated national fleets. Years of engineering and planning were tested as Spanish frigates shared targeting data with British destroyers in real time. This real-time data sharing meant threats could be detected and neutralized faster than ever before, with each ship acting as an extension of the others. Human trust was just as vital. Pilots, officers, and sailors learned to rely on each other's skills and judgment. Through countless hours of joint training, they built confidence not just in the technology, but in the people beside them. A U.S. pilot trusted a British flight deck officer. This trust was earned through shared experience and mutual respect. A Japanese watch officer trusted an Australian radar operator, knowing that their training and dedication matched his own. These bonds, forged through shared drills and real-world missions, turned a coalition into a unified team, ready to face any challenge together. Interoperability multiplied the force's effectiveness and resilience, making the whole far greater than the sum of its parts. It ensured that, in crisis, orders would be understood and executed flawlessly, regardless of language or uniform. The result, a single, powerful maritime force, not just a collection of ships, but a living example of international cooperation in action. This is the glue that holds the alliance together, ensuring peace and security through shared commitment and unwavering unity. These exercises were a direct response to the shifting balance of power in the Indo-Pacific. China's navy has rapidly expanded, now the world's largest by ship count, with modern carriers and submarines. Beijing's militarization of the South China Sea, building bases and claiming vast waters, has raised tensions with neighbors and challenged freedom of navigation. The region is a flashpoint, with overlapping claims and constant friction. China's pressure on Taiwan, including simulated blockades and incursions, has alarmed capitals worldwide. The Allied fleet's presence was a clear signal. The international community stands ready to uphold law and deter aggression. Their unity is a reminder to Beijing that peace and stability are defended by deep partnerships. The Indo-Pacific is the world's economic engine and most vital maritime highway. Over half the world's population and fastest-growing economies depend on its sea lanes. Choke points like the Strait of Malacca and the South China Sea carry a third of global trade. Disruption here would ripple across the globe, raising costs and threatening prosperity. The Allied exercises protect these arteries, reinforcing international law and freedom of navigation. The region's stability is essential for global peace and economic growth. Strengthening alliances here deters conflict and keeps the world's lifelines open. The 2025 joint exercise was part of a larger pattern of military signaling between China and the Allies. China's navy, alongside Russia, has increased its own drills, projecting power far from home and signaling strategic alignment. Allied responses have included larger, more frequent exercises like RIMPAC and focused trilateral drills. Each move is a calculated message, reassuring partners, demonstrating readiness and deterring rivals. But this dance of drills also raises risks. More ships and planes in close quarters mean more chances for miscalculation. The challenge is to maintain deterrence without provoking crisis. Leaders on all sides must balance strength with restraint. The stakes peace and stability in the world's most critical region. Does this show of force preserve peace or risk escalation? Proponents say visible unity and power deter aggression, raising the cost for any would-be adversary. Training together builds both military skill and political solidarity, showing China it would face a coalition, not a lone opponent. Critics warn that such displays can be seen as provocation, fueling nationalism and arms races. What one side sees as defense, the other may see as threat. Communication and intent are crucial. The Allies stress these drills uphold international law, not target any nation. Yet in a tense region, actions often speak louder than words. The future of peace in the Pacific may hinge on how these signals are interpreted. The next move on this global chessboard will shape the alliances and power dynamics of tomorrow.